Lucky Gets Lucky by Louise Wentzel, illustrated by Louise Wentzel. Lucky was one of the luckiest dogs in the world, and he knew it. He knew it when his family brought him home from the shelter and had a bright red bowl of delicious food and a warm, fuzzy blanket waiting for him. He knew it when they gave him hugs and cuddles and giggled whenever he kissed their faces. He knew it when they would take him to the park to go and play with a ball. Lucky the dog was indeed lucky. The luckiest thing that ever happened to him happened a bit later on. The nice man who called everyone his fellow South Africans said that Lucky's family needed to stay at home for a bit and keep their distance from other humans. They also had to wash their hands regularly so that they could fight against a funny thing called COVID. The mommy of the family explained to the children that this COVID was a virus that spread through the air and made people very sick, and that they should listen to what the nice man was saying because it would keep them safe. This made Lucky so happy. His family would be home with him all day. The first few days were a lot of fun. Everyone could stay in bed where it was nice and warm. That is, until Lucky decided he was hungry and wanted to eat. Lucky made sure to spend time with every member of the family. He would lie quietly in the daddy's office. We had a lot of Zoom meetings, whatever that was. Was that like when Lucky would zoom around the yard, chasing the cars going by? He would also spend time sitting at the mommy's feet as she made handbags for her small business. Lucky's favorite room to be in was definitely the children's rooms, though. They'd rub their hands through his fur as they listened to their teachers' voices on the computer, or lie with him on their beds as they studied. While it was really nice for Lucky to have his family around, he soon realized that it wasn't as nice for them as it was for him. They weren't used to being cooped up in the house all day, and they all missed their friends. The weirdest part of all of this was that they would cover their faces with pieces of cloth before going out of the house. Daddy said that because of COVID, they had to cover both their noses and mouths to stop their spit from landing on somebody else. He explained that this was because COVID lives in spit, and if people didn't wear masks, it would spread a lot quicker. The children complained that the masks were uncomfortable to wear if they were out for a very long time and doing a lot of exercise. But Mommy said that sometimes we need to be a bit uncomfortable to protect ourselves and other people, and that masks were needed for that. Lucky actually thought that the masks looked really nice. There were a lot of other nice things for Lucky. When the nice man on the television said that they were allowed to go walking again, the family took Lucky on a walk every day. And because the children couldn't hug their friends, Lucky got a lot of cuddles. It wasn't as nice for the family as it was for Lucky, though. It was irritating to wash hands all the time. The children missed going to school in person or playing at the park with their friends. They couldn't have birthday parties like they used to. It was more difficult for them to concentrate in school without their teachers there to see if they were struggling. Luckily, the children started talking to Lucky about how difficult COVID had made their lives. While Lucky couldn't understand their words, he could let them pet him and lay his head on their laps. Lucky may not have understood, but their parents, who overheard them talking to Lucky, did. That's why they could sit down with the children and ask them about everything they were going through, and that they could speak to them any time they were struggling. It was through this talk that the parents told the children that although it might feel really difficult to have a normal life with COVID, these changes were necessary to keep them and everyone else safe. This really opened the children's eyes. It might be difficult to wear a mask, or not hug your friends, or not go to parties, but it was important to keep everyone safe. At least they got to stay home with Lucky, their trusty dog, who never said no to cuddles or kisses. Life has gotten really difficult for everyone now that COVID is around. Remember, no matter how difficult things might seem, you can always go talk to someone, even if it's just your trusty pet. Be sure to mask up, keep your distance, and regularly wash your hands. Not to just protect yourself, but everyone around you. And if we're lucky, life can go back to normal very soon. The end.